Welcome to The Alternative Investor. My name is Nastasia Aranta. Well, since June when we started this particular segment, we've looked at various alternative investments from cryptocurrencies to investing in art. We've also discussed investing in wine. We've had a look at the private equity industry in the Southern African region, but now shifting focus a little bit, we thought today it would be interesting to look at a company that does private equity investments in Mauritius, and that is Dale Capital Group, which is a private equity investment company that is listed on the Zar X and the stock exchange. It's in the food and beverage sector in Mauritius, where it has identified the island's food sector as a niche market after research revealed that as much as 70% of all food is imported into the island. We're going to be talking to the CEO and founder, who we have on the line, that is Norman Noland, for more, and also understand the investment strategy, what keeps the company going, and he joins us now. Norman, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Anastasia. Nice to talk to you again.
So we were talking about the private equity industry in South Africa, but tell us about the investment case for a company like Dale Capital and why Mauritius is so enticing.
Well, you know, we've been involved in Mauritius for many years, and as a result of that, we've gained quite a lot of knowledge on the island over the years. And you know, what we find is that we focused 4 years ago into the food and food security sector, where we've in the last couple of years we've invested $12 million, and we positioned ourselves to be a niche market investor. But when we're in that niche, to be leaders in that niche. Now, Mauritius imports, generally speaking, about 70% of its food, and the government had a terrific strategic plan which they produced and published in 2016. It completes itself this year, and the plan is pretty clearly addresses an objective of to improve the level of food security and safety, and to promote a more sustainable agriculture.
Right.
That objective is obviously twofold. First of all, to keep the dollar in Mauritius and to reduce the imports, which makes food very expensive in Mauritius. So that is what we target in on. But we targeted on investing in niche markets. An example of that would be, for example, in 2015, I think the number of sheep in Mauritius numbered about 2,500. I don't know what it is today, but
yeah,
we already have grown a better herd of our own stock, which is close to that amount already, and we target to be at least 4 to 5 times the current number within the next couple of years.
Norman, sorry to interrupt there. Since your inward listing on the Zar X, I'm curious about the investor appetite that you've seen thus far.
Well, you know, I must tell you, it's not been good, because first of all, we listed late in the year, and then you had December, and then you had coronavirus, and so we had very little opportunity to get around to do any promotion of our stock. So it hasn't been good, but we've had a number of webinars this year and we're publishing a lot more through our website and social media. And but unfortunately, having had approval from the stock exchange in Mauritius to raise a further $5 billion in terms of our growth capital requirement, we are currently in a closed period until the end of the month, and that stock will only go onto the market just after month end, after we've published our results. So that's been an inhibiting factor. But I also find that what we are really challenging is there have been a very slow uptake from small investors, but we do want to get a few larger investors to take up the $5 million private placing that we've had.
Yeah.
And
Norman, unfortunately, we've run out of time. I certainly would love to have you back on the show. I do understand you are in a closed period, as you've indicated, just so we can get some sense as to the growth prospects for the company, especially as you take into consideration COVID or post-COVID world. But that is Norman Noland, who is the founder and CEO of a company called Dale Capital.